class, hello professor. Today I'm going to be talking about the Maasai tribe today. The Maasai people of Africa utilize markets as a manner to sell their wares to a wide market, allowing for self-support and autonomy. They are nomadic. The nomadic Maasai people are industrious and are dedicated to self-reliance. I'll explain briefly who the Maasai people are and how they utilize the market as a manner to sell their wares to a wide market, thus being self-supportive. I chose the Maasai because a few years ago, I helped my mother fundraise and secure medical supplies and toys for a medical mission she and her nurses did in Tanzania. I hope one day that whenever I finish nursing school, I'll be able to go back to Africa and do a mission with her, serving the Maasai tribes and the rural communities. The Maasai people are strong, self-reliant, industrious, traditional, nomadic, and creative. The Maasai people are an ethnic group that live in primarily East Africa. They are nomadic, meaning they travel around and don't settle in one place forever. Maasai Mara travel informs us that the Maasai are one of the most famous tribes of Africa. The nomadic and pastoralist Maasai people are an allotic ethnic group inhabiting selected but large parts of northern, central, and southern Kenya and across the border in northern Tanzania as well in 2025. The Maasai are the most widely known tribe of ethnic people in East Africa due to their origins from areas surrounding the Maasai Mara Game Reserve in Amboseli near the Tanzania border. The Maasai speak a language known as Ma. Their shared melodic origins link them in various ways to the Kalenjin tribe of Kenya. The Kalenjin tribe is famous for producing some of the best long-distance runners in the world. The nomadic Maasai rely on readily available materials and indigenous technology to build their shelters. Their housing is not meant for long-term, but rather for nomadics on the move. As Maasai Mara travel shares, their villages are enveloped in a circular endgame, which is called a fence, built by the men, and this protects their cattle at night from the wild animals in 2025. Protecting the cattle in this manner protects their wealth and their ability to sell these items at the markets. The Maasai culture is strongly partial and customs are distinctive. As explained by Maasai Mara travel, elder Maasai men, sometimes joined by retired elders, determining most major matters for the Maasai tribe in 2025. The traditional Maasai lifestyle centralizes around their cattle. Cattle makes up the primary sources of food for the Maasai. A measure of a man's wealth is in terms of children and cattle. Maasai religion is the monotheistic. The god of the Maasai is known as Enga or Enka. The Maasai god, who is mostly benevolent and manifests himself in the form of different colors, according to the feelings he is experiencing. Maasai Mara travel also shares that the colors have precise meanings. Black and dark blue mean that the god is well disposed towards men. Red, on the other hand, is identified with God's irritation in 2025. These colors can be found heavily in the clothing and wares sold at the markets. The traditional Maasai diet consists of 6 basic food groups. These 6 groups are meat, blood, milk, fat, honey, and tree bark. They drink fresh curdled milk. Sometimes milk and fresh cattle blood is mixed and it's used as a ritual drink and is nourishment for the sick. Sometimes the slaughter takes place at the markets. The skins of the slaughtered are not wasted. They are used for bedding and sold at the markets. The cow dung is used for buildings. It's also smeared on the walls. Everything can be used and sold to make a profit. The Maasai are not a wealthy tribal community, but they are rich in culture and tradition. What is the socioeconomic picture of the Maasai people? Multi-dimensional poverty. The vulnerable groups like women and children do not have access to education, clean water, or food. This is most common in rural areas. There is a lot of malnutrition due to food insecurity. According to Mulahan, cultural ideas stating that the males of the group should get more nutritious food and leaving women and children dealing with malnutrition as a result of food insecurity in 2024. Another great issue for the Maasai is water insecurity. Due to the lack of resources for clean water and clean sanitation, MAA Trusts argues that women bear the burden providing water for families so that they spend a lot of time walking long distances to collect water. Walking up the hills along rivers puts women at risk of human-wildlife conflict in 2025. Research on the topic shown by the Sisters of Notre Dame of the United States that due to the water across East Africa, people are drinking unsafe water and becoming ill or dying in 2025. To be self-supportive and combat poverty, the Maasai use markets to earn money. The Maasai use rural and community markets. The Maasai use two main types of markets: tourist-oriented for crafts and souvenirs, and local traditional markets where they trade livestock and other goods. Weekly mobile markets are often used in Nairobi. People open air markets in Nairobi are held on different days at different locations throughout the week. In Tanzania, the Maasai use tourist-oriented markets and local traditional markets. Items brought to the market support the Maasai are handcrafted and homegrown. The markets of the Maasai are varied. Tourist markets in Tanzania offer items like beaded jewelry, shukas, which are Maasai blankets, and wood carvings, while local markets where livestock and such as cattle, goats, and sheep are traded for cash or other livestock. What I have here is a picture of a zebra, but it's not just any normal picture of a zebra. This is a handcrafted picture from the wood shavings and wood scraps from the handcrafted wood art pictures, such as the statue. This statue here is a giraffe with the mother and the baby. I have here this zebra, and this is a handcrafted zebra. And here I have a handcrafted giraffe. And here I have a handcrafted spear. This handcrafted spear is used for hunting. And the last item here I have is this bracelet. This bracelet was made from a mother of 3. She's the only sole provider for the 3 little ones. And unfortunately, the father had passed away. So whatever she has made and whatever she has been given back and offered, the beautiful gifts that she's made to sell, that money is being used towards her family. And that woman is a hardworking mom. So what I have to say now, that in conclusion, due to the Maasai increased level of the Maasai poverty, tribes have undertaken the task of working with tourism groups as a way to increase its economy. The Maasai are very indigenous individuals, working to keep a long-standing traditional culture thriving even through the most difficult of times. The Maasai are increasingly transitioning to modern currency, allowing to increase their resources and to continue to grow their communities. The memory I would like to leave you with is that the Maasai and their traditions have survived trials and struggles, yet their culture, their faith, and their practices continue to survive the test of time. The Maasai are hard-working people, and their culture is truly one to be admired and respected. Their markets play an important role in their community and the support of themselves and their